NASCAR's annual trip to Loudon opened up the round of 12 in style. Let's have a quick talk about some of the movers and shakers in it, starting off with the people who dropped below the cut line. It was a bad weekend for 2311. Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace were the worst of the people who were still in the playoffs. So we were 26th for Wallace, 21st for Reddick. Now, it wasn't entirely at their own doing because Wallace led a bunch of laps. It was things like pit road mistakes of both of them that cost them. But when you see the other drivers, the next worst was Austin Cindric with a 17th. Then it was Denny Hamlin in 12th after colliding with Ty Gibbs. I can talk about that in a moment. But that means that 8 of the 12 drivers in the round of 12 were in the top 10. Altogether, an impressive run, eh? And I do want to jump up to the front quickly. Blaney was great. That must be a massive shot in the arm for Penske, because I joined in with a lot of the actual NASCAR commentariat a couple of weeks ago after Gateway when Penske seemed a bit lost. I mean, it was still a 4th place for Blaney, but the likes of Cindric were in 19th, and then Logano, yeah, he was in 5th, but it was a weekend that just looked Gibbsy. By that I mean Christopher Bell had got some pace, but Denny Hamlin won. Chase Briscoe was 2nd. I mean, Chase Elliott was in 3rd place, and then you have Blaney and Logano, but it just looked a lot more Joe Gibbs. Whereas New Hampshire will be a bit of faith for Penske fans and Ford fans, because, well, Blaney won. Logano was up the front quite a lot, and in the end he ends up posting, 4th place? And yeah, Cindric was 17th, but hey, technically the 4th Penske is the Wood brothers, right? And Josh Berry, who was eliminated after a dismal round of 16, opens the round of 12 up with 2nd place, battling for the win. And that was a good run. Somebody who wasn't battling for the win, but was battling with his teammates, was Ty Gibbs. And at the end of the day, he has nothing to show for it with a 35th place finish and some annoyed teammates. He was getting up into Bell, and then Hamlin just drove through him. Didn't really help Hamlin, did it? Gets 12th in the end. But you can see the frustration for the JGR drivers. Like, Ty Gibbs has not made the playoffs the last couple of years. He is yet to win in Cup. I do believe that it will come soon, and he has shown some flashes of brilliance this season. Chicago Street Course, for example, didn't he get 2nd place there? He was good in Mexico City for quite a while as well, one of the fastest people in the late run. Was 2nd to Van Gisbergen for quite a bit. But he's somebody who's probably going to have to win his way in. I think the closest comparison I can think of is a bit of an Austin Dillon. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that kind of situation in particular. Shouldn't hurt Gibbs too much more as an outfit going forward. But the cut line, the 2 chasers being on the cut line is wild. Chase Elliott's been relentlessly consistent for much of this year. He's only had 2 DNFs, and neither of them particularly of his own doing. Bristol, and especially not so much when we talk about Richmond. And even then, he's only got 1 other finish outside of the top 20, and that was at the Glen. Which again, not entirely of his own doing. But then being on the cut line, I mean, they're 12 points clear of Chastain. But when you look at what is coming up, we have Kansas and we have the Roval. Tyler Reddick is great on road courses. Kansas has been a 2311 hunting ground in the past, and if not, it's been a Toyota hunting ground. If you are Chastain, you're probably looking more at Logano as a target if you want to try and keep yourself safe. Logano must feel a bit like a target. I mean, he got a 31-point buffer to his teammate Cindric. He's got nearly 40 points above Wallace. But Wallace has run good at Kansas. He's won at Kansas. And Reddick has won on road courses. He won Loudon. It'll be interesting to see how these next two races in the playoffs, well, play out. And on that note, folks, thank you so much for watching and joining as always. Hope to see you again soon for more, but until next time, it's bye-bye for now.